Here's a look ahead.
I want to marry Hope.
I'm sure there's a million other things you could be doing.
There's nowhere else I'd rather be.
What happens to Joe Giardino? Stays at old Giardino.
All right.
Luna isn't here. Well, where would she go?
The hallowed halls of Forrester Creations and the sun-drenched terraces of Los Angeles are set to become battlegrounds for the heart, soul, and sanity of our favorite characters. The weeks of May 12th through May 23rd promise a maelstrom of emotional confrontations, shattered certainties, and devastating betrayals that will irrevocably alter the landscape of the show. At the center of it all, a doctor's loyalty is tested, a mother's conviction is shaken, and a good man's heart is crushed under the weight of a secret too heavy to bear. Week 1, May 12th to 16th, A House Divided. The week kicks off with the fallout from Sheila's breathtakingly audacious proof of life visit to Deacon. Steffi, having laid down the law to a waffling Finn, is watching her husband like a hawk. She believes the threat has been neutralized, that Finn's love for her and Hayes will forever trump the bizarre biological connection he feels for a psychopath. But Steffi is about to learn that the heart, especially one as compassionate as Finn's, doesn't operate on logic. As Steffi plans for a future blissfully free of Sheila's shadow, Finn is haunted. He replays the moment in his mind, the raw desperation on Sheila's face, her claim of a changed woman, the sheer improbability of her survival. A deep, unsettling conflict begins to brew within him, creating a chasm between husband and wife that widens with every passing hour. While Steffi sees a monster, Finn sees a paradox, the woman who gave him life, pleading for a chance to be in his. This internal war will cause Finn to become distant and preoccupied, making excuses to slip away, his phone constantly in his hand. Steffi's suspicion will morph into full-blown panic, leading to a massive confrontation. "Is she contacting you?" Steffi will demand, her voice trembling with a mixture of fury and fear. "Tell me the truth, Finn. Are you even considering this?" Finn's inability to give her a firm, immediate no will shatter Steffi's sense of security, setting the stage for a marital crisis of epic proportions. Across town, the newly reunited Taylor is about to hit its first significant snag. Taylor Hayes, ever the optimist when it comes to her family, is certain that her destiny is finally aligned with Ridge Forrester. With Brooke seemingly out of the picture, Taylor believes their path is clear. She envisions a future of co-parenting, partnership, and rekindled romance. She's so certain, in fact, that she begins to gently press Ridge about making their living situation permanent, perhaps even discussing a low-key commitment ceremony to solidify their bond. However, Ridge Forrester is a man perpetually torn, and the absence of conflict is making him restless. He loves Taylor, he truly does. She represents stability, history, and a shared understanding of their complex family. But the silence is deafening. Without the constant pull between two women, without the drama, Ridge begins to feel a strange emptiness. He becomes quiet and contemplative, staring off into the distance during conversations with Taylor. His lack of enthusiastic reciprocation to her plans does not go unnoticed. A deep-seated worry begins to gnaw at Taylor's certainty. She's waited so long for this, fought so hard. The thought that Ridge might be getting bored without the chase is a terrifying prospect she isn't prepared to face. Meanwhile, a different kind of tension is building between Hope and Thomas. The success of their hope for the future line has always been fueled by a potent, and often dangerous, chemistry. Now, with Thomas steadfast in his commitment to change and to being a better man, Hope finds herself in uncharted territory. She trusts him. She relies on him. And that professional reliance is beginning to blur into something more personal. They share long looks in the design office, their hands brush against each other over a sketch, and the electricity is palpable. Hope will actively try to suppress these feelings, guilt over her marriage to Liam weighing heavily on her. But Thomas, sensing a shift, remains patient and steadfast. He knows pushing her would be a catastrophic mistake. Instead, he shows her through his actions, his dedication to Douglas, his unwavering support of her vision, that he is the man she always wanted him to be. This slow burn is set to ignite, but not without severe consequences. Week 2, May 19th to 23rd, The Crushing Blow. As we move into the second week, the threads of these stories tighten into a noose around the necks of several characters, and one man, in particular, is about to have the floor drop out from beneath him. Carter Walton. Carter, having found a profound and genuine connection with Katie, is happier than he's been in years. He sees a future with her, a future built on trust, mutual respect, and a love that isn't shrouded in deception.
He is all in.
However, the secret of Bill's blackmail is a poison ivy vine slowly wrapping itself around the foundation of their relationship. Katie, tortured by the truth, knows she is living a lie. Every kind word from Carter, every loving gesture, feels like a betrayal. The pressure becomes too much to bear. In a moment of overwhelming guilt and emotional exhaustion, Katie breaks. She confesses everything to Carter. In a tear-filled, heart-wrenching scene, she reveals how Bill discovered the letter from Poppy Nozawa that hinted at a possible deeper history between them, how he threatened to expose it and destroy Bill and Luna's newfound happiness, and how he forced her to reunite with him to keep the secret safe. Carter will be utterly crushed. This is not just a simple lie, it is a foundational betrayal. His entire relationship with Katie, which he believed was built on a clean slate after the whole bridge affair debacle, was actually conceived in manipulation and coercion. The man who has been the poster child for loyalty and honesty has once again been made a fool. His pain will be visceral. Everything, he will likely say, his voice low and shaking with devastation. Every moment, every "I love you." Was it all just part of the act? Were you ever with me for me, Katie? Or was I just a pawn in your and Bill's never-ending game? This confession will shatter Carter. It will cause him to question his every judgment and retreat into a shell of bitterness. For Katie, the relief of confession will be immediately replaced by the horrifying reality of what she has lost, a good man's love and trust, likely forever. This storyline will explode, drawing in Bill, Poppy, and a horrified Luna, who will be collateral damage in the fallout. Simultaneously, Finn's internal conflict reaches a boiling point. His moral compass as a healer is clashing violently with his duty as a husband. He becomes obsessed with understanding how Sheila survived, rationalizing that if he can just see her, just talk to her and confirm she is no longer a threat, he can put his own mind at ease and finally give Steffi the peace she demands. Against his better judgment and fully aware of the catastrophic risk, Finn will arrange a secret meeting with Sheila. This is not an act of betrayal towards Steffi, but a tragically misguided attempt to protect his family from the specter that haunts him. Of course, this meeting will not stay secret for long. Steffi, whose instincts are on high alert, will discover the truth, leading to an earth-shattering confrontation that threatens to end their marriage for good. Steffi will see it as the ultimate betrayal, while Finn will desperately try to explain it as an attempt to achieve closure.